So I'm sitting here in the garage, eating some saltwater taffy. This one's banana flavored, by the way. Waiting for my buddy to show up because I'm about to hook him up with a free set of coilovers. He better be excited. I think I hear some irresponsibility heading this way. Let's see if I'm right. I was right. That thing's running a Mk4 turbo from this same company. If you guys haven't seen the video, oh my gosh, check it out. I'll let you do the honors.
All right,
Fresh
let's see.
set of coilovers.
Look at that.
So
even embossed writing. Oh my gosh. They are taking pride in their quality. Hey, so far, well I mean, there's not a lot of packing in between the parts, but this one's wrapped all the way.
I've seen things packaged worse, but
yes. Look, they even got helper springs and everything. That's pretty legit, man.
I've never seen that before. So what's that? Like, there's two different springs on.
Yeah, these look pretty freaking legit.
So they're fully adjustable. What you can tell right here, it will adjust the height, right height, and whatnot.
Yep, this is all right height right here.
And then what do we have here? Okay,
that's the rears. So the rear setup on this car is it has a shock separate from the spring. So here's the rears. This is probably going to be the bottom. This is the top. But this is going to be our adjustment for the height. So it's going to sit on there.
Oh yeah, that sits for the spring.
Yep.
You raise it that way. And then what? These are the rear shocks.
Yep, and those are the rear shocks. Little they are. They're so teeny. These actually look like the quality looks really freaking good for, you know, and they got the customer service card, and well, look at this, they've got way more stuff. So backstory is I had a set of these coilovers on a Honda. I threw them on my Integra and they were really surprisingly good. They had dampening adjusts and everything.
That's cool.
Which for a couple $100 coilover, yeah, look at that.
These collars actually have some pretty good weight to it. And it's cool that they come with their little logo on there. Well, so what are you gonna do? Are you gonna put these on?
Yeah, right now it's got H&R. So this is H&R Sports.
Yeah, let's get a good shot of the ride height now.
OE struts. And they ride really well. It's pretty low, but I've got a tiny tire. Usually it tucks up right in there more than that.
Yeah. So are you wanting to get the coilovers for more just to lower it so there's less wheel gap, or what?
Yes, I'm gonna close that up. I'm gonna be dirt nasty low, just watch. That's how I roll.
This will look a lot better once you drop it a couple inches or so.
Yeah, because that's already too lower than stock.
Jeez, dude. Well, hopefully you'll get, like, it won't just be about lowering the height. You'll get some, like, advantage with the handling and stuff, too.
Mm-hmm. And these are surprisingly rigid for just, like, a lowering spring. They're pretty stiff, so we'll see the difference. But luckily on these cars, it's super easy.
Yeah.
I did the lowering springs in like 2 hours tops.
That's not bad.
Finish. Also, since the last video.
Yeah, how's the turbo doing, dude?
Excellent.
How many miles are on the turbo now?
3,000.
3,000 miles.
And
okay.
New diverter fixed the compressor surge all the way, and it literally is amazing. It holds the boost, it opens up and sounds incredible. The turbo looks exactly the way it did when I put it in.
Yeah, dude,
There's no discoloration, nothing.
So now you're gonna have some parts from MaXpeedingRods, the Mk4 turbo, and a set of adjustable coilovers.
So we'll see. You know, because there's not a whole lot out there for these guys.
But that's why we're testing it out.
We'll put them to the test and we'll tell you how they are. Good, the bad, the ugly, whatever.
Well, so far they look pretty good. I want to hold them so I can feel the weight.
Yeah, they're pretty substantial.
Yeah, they feel good.
Look at the bump stop and everything. It looks to be of high quality. Like, it really doesn't look.
Let me get out in the sun a little bit.
And look at the anodized aluminum top hat. That really does look pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like surprised.
I know. Usually when you get some coilovers or just parts in general that are a little bit on the cheaper side like these, a lot of stuff's left out, but at least these seem like they're like pretty fully featured.
And it's heavy. Like, these are, if that means anything about it.
What we need to do now is go for a little drive so that we can get his butt in the seat and we can get my butt in the seat, and we're gonna go for a drive the way that the suspension is right now, so at least we both have a pretty good feel of it. And then once he installs the coilovers, we'll go for another drive. opens up easy.
Yeah.
So these are stock shocks and then H&R springs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if it will ride better. We'll see.
Considering that it's McPherson strut design, whereas like all the Hondas I've had have been double wishbone, I was expecting it to handle sloppier, but it's really... but watch this.
Oh, it's actually, whoa. That's not bad.
Like it grips pretty dang good. So we'll see. We'll see if it can get better than this.
Yeah,
because H&R is tried and true. Everyone
true.
knows that they're good. But we're gonna put the MaXpeedingRods to the test. We got us a little straightaway. No lift shift. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Watch this.
Corner. You did that right next to the car. It made it really loud. There it goes.
It's the popping machine.
Dude. Oh my gosh, that's so loud when that happens, dude. If I was on the sidewalk like these guys, that would scare the crap out of me.
They did the
It's making all the noises. All right, next time you see this thing, it's gonna be at least 2 inches lower. My impressions with riding in his Mk4 on the springs is it was kind of harsh. When you hit the bumps, whether they're big or small, it kind of feels like a crash, like you're gonna have to worry about things breaking. And I remember that happening with the springs that I had on my old Subaru. Once I got coilovers, like on the Subaru and on this car, it just feels so much better. So hopefully the same will be true with those coilovers that he's about to put on. And plus, who doesn't want the ability to adjust the ride height a little bit? Can you hear that? I think Riley just showed up. Well, here's the first look I'm getting. I haven't even seen this thing since he slammed it on the coilovers. It's lower. How long has it been since you installed these things, dude?
3 weeks, I believe. And probably about 600 miles or so.
So you've had some time to drive them.
So yeah, I've seen what they feel like on all types of roads and everything, and first thoughts are, man, these things are harsh. they ride, you can feel every crack, but the overall road feel is amazing. Like, I love the H&R Sports because of the comfort, and they're definitely cheap, but they cost as much as these coilovers just for the springs. I've still got the whole bump stop in the rear, but I did have to remove the adjustments. I took out all of it, so now it's just the spring and then the plate that holds it in place.
Yeah, so you took out the adjustment on the collar?
Yeah, like everything. But the front one here can go much lower.
Hit it. Love it.
Did you hear that big bang? Holy crap. Listen to this little diverter.
That feels pretty dang flat, man. What do you think?
It feels so much better when you're driving aggressively. If you want comfort and a little bit of lows, then H&R Sport. But if you want to like feel the performance gains, then this is definitely it.
It'll look a lot lower, I think, when you get some spacers to space the wheels out.
Yeah.
So take a left up here.
There is freaking deer. See if we can scare him away with two-step.
You in there? Well, what do you think as far as like the lowering that you were able to do before versus now?
Look at the front though. Look right here. Look where subframe is right now. That's probably less than 3 inches right now.
Oh, jeez.
Scary low, actually, because the oil panel almost hangs that same lowness.
Yeah, you're definitely at a very good functional height where like a lot of the bad wheel gap is taken up by the coil. So that's what I think.
Yeah, and it still performs well. And to be honest, I didn't even get an alignment when I put on the coilovers. And the steering wheel was just the exact same way as I left it. And it doesn't feel sloppy.
How much were these things online? They retailed for...
I think it was $180 or $190.
Okay, so if MaXpeedingRods didn't send these to us, and you rode in someone's car that had these on them, would you think that it'd be worth paying that much for these coilovers?
No doubts in my mind. Give it a little bit of sauce and give it some turny boys. Okay, here we go.
So what are the downsides to them?
They're harsh.
Yeah, they're pretty stiff.
They're very stiff. They don't go low enough. Like that was my biggest thing, and I've had that happen with a lot of other coilovers. They just don't seem to go low enough for the way I like my car to look. But obviously you get what you pay for. In this case, I think you get more than what you pay for.
The fun thing that we're gonna have to do is get the M3 and get this car, or else just one or the other, and go drive in one of the canyons here and actually go on a really curvy road. Instead of this kind of generally straight one with some curves, and see how it does like driving in a canyon.
Yeah, in comparison too.
If it's something super cheap and you put it on and then it breaks in a couple weeks, it's not gonna be worth it. But it's when you can find something that's a good deal and lasts, that's when it kind of becomes worth it. Now that you guys have seen that we went for a drive, here's what I think. I'm not gonna make any product recommendations and tell you to go buy something or not to buy something. I just was hoping with this whole thing in MaXpeedingRods sending us, first of all, a turbo for Riley's car, a K04, and then these coilovers, just to be able to have these products and review them, let Riley try them out, and then just tell you guys what has happened so far. If budget is a big deal with you and you still wanna buy some parts that aren't gonna break immediately and are still gonna work and function pretty well, then that might be something that you might want to do. If you're really looking for super high quality and you're willing to pay more money, obviously you're not going to be looking at MaXpeedingRods, but just know that's an option. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys enjoy German cars, if you like VolksWagens, if you like especially BMWs, because we do a ton of BMW stuff on the car, and I might mention there's some pretty big stuff coming for this E36 M3, make sure to subscribe to the channel and I will see you guys in the next one. By the way, hit that notification bell. Bye.